The Terran warships moved silently through the dark expanse of space, their engines glowing softly against the black void. Commander Aiden Core stood on the bridge of the lead ship Vanguard, his eyes calm but sharp. The crew worked efficiently, every movement precise, trained for situations far beyond ordinary expectations. Ahead, the massive fleet of the Galactic Empire appeared, their capital ships stretching across the starfield like a wall of steel, bright weapons glinting ominously in the starlight. A message crackled through the Terran comms, the Empire's voice cold and mocking. Humans, turn back now or face destruction. You are outmatched, unprepared, and foolish to enter our space. The crew exchanged glances, but there was no fear, only determination and silent confidence. Commander Core responded simply, calm and steady. We are here to observe. We will not retreat. Prepare for all contingencies. The calmness of his voice carried a quiet strength that unsettled some of the Empire's officers. As the Terran ships approached, the Empire deployed their first wave of drones, small but lethal, designed to test human response and destroy the weaker ships. The drones moved with speed and precision, energy pulses slicing through space, but the Terran crews anticipated every maneuver. Guided by advanced sensors and centuries of tactical knowledge, Lieutenant Mara Voss, piloting one of the escort ships, dodged an energy blast with expert precision, firing countermeasures that neutralized the drone without destroying it. Her actions were methodical, deliberate, showcasing skill, intelligence, and discipline. The Empire's commanders watched. Growing frustrated and surprised, humans were reacting exactly as if they had predicted the attacks. Commander Core walked along the bridge, observing every display, his calm presence reassuring the crew. Remember, he said quietly, strength is not just firepower. Strategy, patience, and observation win battles. Keep your focus. And the enemy will make their mistakes. His words carried authority, and the crew nodded, fully in sync with their leader. The Empire grew bolder, sending larger ships to encircle the Terran fleet. Attempting to intimidate and provoke, the Terran ships maintained formation. Shields up, weapons ready but unused, waiting for the right moment. The calm silence of the Terrans unnerved the Empire, who expected fear or panic, but saw only confidence and patience. Sensors on the Vanguard picked up hidden cloaked ships, small scouts trying to flank the Terrans, but the human engineers had predicted this, activating advanced detection systems that revealed the scouts before they could strike. Each small victory was quiet but significant, slowly turning the tide of intimidation. Commander Core activated a communication channel, addressing the Empire directly. We observe, we defend, but we do not strike without reason. Any aggression will be met with careful and precise response. Underestimating humanity is a mistake. His words were calm, almost polite, yet carried a silent warning that made even the boldest Empire officers hesitate. The Terran fleet held position, unshaken, as the Empire considered their next move. Tension filling the space between the two forces, energy beams glinted across the void. Engines hummed and stars seemed to watch silently. The humans had shown no fear, no aggression, only readiness and unity, a combination that the Empire had not expected. Commander Core stood on the bridge, looking at the looming enemy fleet, his eyes steady, confident, and unyielding. The challenge had arrived and humans were ready. The Empire would soon realize that Terran warships were not just advanced machines. They were a reflection of humanity itself, clever, patient, and fearless, and so, the first encounter began, silent but tense. A test of strategy, courage, and intelligence. The galaxy would witness humans who could watch without fear. and the stage was set for a confrontation that would leave the Empire questioning everything they thought they knew about humanity. After the first encounter, the Terran fleet maintained formation. Silently observing the massive Imperial ships, Commander Adencore knew the Empire would not give up easily. The alien fleet was filled with pride and arrogance, expecting fear from humans, but all they saw was calm determination. The Empire sent small attack squadrons first. Probing for weaknesses, their ships moved quickly, firing energy beams and launching missiles. But the Terrans were ready. Advanced sensors predicted every strike, and defensive systems neutralized threats before they could cause harm. Lieutenant Mara Voss guided her ship with skill, dodging attacks while positioning for countermeasures. Psychological tactics followed as holographic illusions appeared, showing humans surrounded by massive fleets, exploding ships, and impossible scenarios designed to intimidate. Crew members remained steady, understanding that fear could not influence their judgment. Commander Core's calm voice echoed across the bridge. Observe, adapt, and do not react without thought. Strength comes from strategy, not panic. The Empire grew frustrated, their attacks growing more aggressive, believing humans would finally make a mistake. But each Terran ship moved as if it were part of a single mind. Every pilot knowing exactly what to do. Humans had trained for this moment for decades. Simulations and tactics embedded in memory and instinct. Meanwhile, Dr. Lena Marks analyzed the attacks from the science station, noting patterns and predicting enemy movements. They are trying to force a reaction, she told Core, but we are not trapped. Their strategy is simple. They underestimate us, Core nodded. Understanding that patience was the key, they were waiting for the Empire to reveal its errors. Then, the Empire deployed cloaked ships, attempting to flank the Terrans and force them into chaos. But the humans had already anticipated this, activating advanced detection systems that revealed every hidden ship. Drones deployed silently, intercepting attacks before they could hit. The Empire began to whisper among themselves, frustration and fear mixing with disbelief. Commander Core addressed the Empire directly, calm and unwavering. We observe, we defend, and we will not strike unless provoked. Underestimating humanity is your first mistake, and it will not be your last. The words carried authority and quiet warning, causing hesitation in the enemy ranks. Some commanders doubted their own confidence, while others began to fear the humans more than they admitted. The Terran fleet continued its silent vigil, not aggressive, but ready for any challenge. Every ship moved with precision, unity, and intelligence. Every crew member understood their role and executed it perfectly. The Empire realized that they were facing not just weapons, but human ingenuity, teamwork, and patience. As the standoff continued, tension filled space, stars reflecting off the hulls of the ships. The audience could almost feel the anticipation, knowing that a small mistake by either side could escalate the conflict. Humans watched calmly, observing every move. Learning and adapting, the Empire's pride was challenged by human discipline and courage. Commander Core's calm gaze swept across the fleet, knowing that the true test was only beginning. The Empire had underestimated humans, thinking fear would guide their actions. But humans were clever, resilient, and patient, and the galaxy would soon see that Terran warships could face any threat without fear. And so, the second challenge unfolded, a test of strategy, patience, and resolve. The Empire pushed, but humans stood unwavering, silent, and ready, proving that intelligence and unity could be stronger than sheer force. The Terran fleet remained calm as the Empire prepared their next move. Commander Adencore knew the moment had come to reveal a glimpse of humanity's true power. "It is time to show them what we can do," he said quietly, his voice steady, carrying confidence that inspired every crew member. Dr. Lena Marks activated the fleet's advanced systems, cloaking ships, adaptive shields, and energy weapons ready for demonstration. The ships glowed faintly as systems hummed to life, revealing technologies the Empire had never seen. Sensors and scanners detected every Imperial move, predicting attacks before they happened, giving humans the upper hand. The Empire watched in shock as Terran ships performed coordinated maneuvers. Faster and more precise than any alien fleet had imagined, drones moved with intelligence, intercepting projectiles and disabling weapons without destroying ships unnecessarily. The humans demonstrated discipline, strategy, and calm under pressure. All while appearing almost serene, Core activated the artifact aboard the Vanguard, projecting a holographic display showing secret human technologies, hidden shipyards, and centuries of strategic planning. The holograms moved across space like a silent warning, showing that humans were prepared for any eventuality. Some Empire commanders whispered in disbelief, "These humans. They have been preparing for decades, unseen and underestimated." The display also revealed fleet coordination and advanced communication systems, allowing humans to operate as a single, unified force even across vast distances. Empire officers were stunned, realizing that the Terrans could anticipate, adapt, and counter nearly any attack with intelligence and precision. Commander Core addressed the Empire directly. Calm but authoritative, "We do not seek war, but we will defend ourselves with skill, intelligence, and unity. Aggression against us will not go unanswered. Underestimating humanity is a mistake you cannot afford." His words carried weight, and the officers in the Empire fleet began to hesitate, questioning their own confidence. Some members of the Council attempted to send faster strike teams, hoping to catch Terrans off guard. But Kai, the young engineer, guided the fleet effortlessly, deploying adaptive shields and cloaking techniques, turning enemy attacks into harmless energy bursts. Every move was precise, every reaction calculated. Humans showed the Empire that strategy and preparation could outmatch raw power. "Dr. Marks noted, "They are learning from every action. Every tactic we use teaches them, but they cannot keep up." Core nodded, knowing that the Empire's arrogance was their weakness. Humans were patient, observant, and clever, qualities far more powerful than weapons alone. The Empire began to realize that further aggression could be disastrous. Some commanders whispered about retreat, while others argued they had underestimated humans for too long. The balance of power had shifted, subtly but undeniably. Terrans were no longer the weaker species, but one the galaxy had to respect and fear. The Terran fleet held position, calm and ready, showing no sign of aggression, just careful observation. Each crew member understood their role. From pilots to engineers to strategists, they were a single unified force, demonstrating patience, intelligence, and courage. The Empire had dared them, but humans watched without fear, proving that cleverness and unity could match or surpass sheer strength. Commander Core looked out at the massive Imperial fleet, his eyes calm, confident, and resolute. The Empire had been tested, warned, and observed, and the Terrans had passed with intelligence, patience, and strength. The stage was now set for the next confrontation, a true test of strategy, courage, and human resilience. The Galactic Empire's patience finally ran out. Commander Aiden Core watched silently as massive Imperial ships moved to surround the Terran fleet, their weapons glinting with deadly energy, engines humming, ready for battle. The Empire believed they could crush the humans with sheer force. Underestimating their patience and skill, "Prepare for engagement," Core said calmly. His voice steady, the crew responded quickly. Shields up, weapons ready, and drones deployed. Every system activated with precision, a dance of technology and strategy honed over decades. The Terrans moved as one, anticipating enemy attacks, their calmness a sharp contrast to the Empire's arrogance. The first salvo of energy beams struck, lighting up space with brilliant streaks of power. But Terran shields absorbed most of the damage, drones intercepted the rest, and counterattacks disabled enemy weapons without unnecessary destruction. Lieutenant Mara Voss piloted her ship with masterful skill, weaving through the assault while striking with precision. The Empire's fleet grew frustrated, each attack failing to break Terran formation. Commander Kor observed quietly, issuing commands only when necessary. Focus on strategy, not aggression. Patience and coordination will win this fight, he said. His words guided the fleet. Each move precise, each decision deliberate. Kai, the young engineer, activated adaptive targeting systems, predicting enemy maneuvers and adjusting Terran attacks in real time. The Empire had never faced a fleet so coordinated, every ship moving as if controlled by a single mind. Their arrogance faltered as human ingenuity became clear. Dr. Lena Marks monitored energy flows, reinforcing shields and redistributing power to critical systems. Keeping every ship operational, the Terran fleet countered efficiently, neutralizing enemy weapons and disabling multiple Imperial capital ships without a single human casualty. The Empire began to realize that strength alone could not defeat humans. Commander Kor issued a calm message over the comms. This is not an act of aggression, but a demonstration. Humanity defends itself with intelligence, unity, and courage. Underestimating us will be your mistake. The message echoed through space, filling the Imperial fleet with a mix of awe, fear, and disbelief. The battle reached its climax. Terran ships weaving through asteroid fields and energy storms, striking with precision and retreating strategically. Every move was calculated, showing humans' ability to adapt to impossible situations. The Empire's commanders whispered urgently among themselves, unsure how to respond to such clever opposition. As the fight ended, the Terran fleet held their position, unscathed and calm. The Empire had launched a full assault, but humans had turned it into a display of intelligence, courage, and coordination. The galaxy watched silently, stars reflecting off the Terran hulls. As the humans proved that strategy and unity could outmatch raw power, Commander Kor looked at his fleet, pride shining in his eyes. We have shown them our strength, not through fear or aggression, but through intelligence, preparation, and courage, he said. The Empire's fleet began to retreat, humbled and cautious, realizing that humans were far more than they had assumed. The Terran ships remained ready, calm, and unafraid. Their message clear: humans could defend themselves against the greatest threats. And the galaxy had witnessed that Terrans were clever, disciplined, and fearless. A lesson that would echo across the stars for generations to come. After the Empire's assault, the Terran fleet stood calm and unshaken. Commander Aiden Kor surveyed the stars, his eyes steady and confident. The Galactic Empire's fleet had retreated, cautious and wary, realizing that humans could not be intimidated by numbers or firepower. The crew moved efficiently, checking systems and coordinating repairs. Yet there was no fear, no panic, only quiet confidence. Humans had faced the might of the Empire and had remained composed. Strategic and united, every officer knew their role. Every crew member performed perfectly, and the fleet moved as one. Kor activated the artifact aboard the Vanguard, projecting a soft glow across the fleet. It was not aggressive, but symbolic. A reminder that humans were clever, prepared, and fearless. The Empire had seen the discipline, intelligence, and courage of humanity. And it had left a lasting impression, Dr. Lena Marks analyzed the enemy movements. Noting that the Empire would now hesitate before engaging humans again, she smiled slightly, understanding that patience, strategy, and unity had proven far more effective than raw aggression. Commander Kor addressed his crew calmly. We have shown them our strength, not through attack, but through readiness, intelligence, and fearlessness. The Empire's officers whispered among themselves. Some plotting, others impressed. All were aware that humans had earned respect and caution. The galaxy had witnessed a species that could watch without fear, that could defend itself with strategy. Unity and calm determination, Terran ships moved in formation, engines glowing softly against the black of space. The silence was deliberate, showing confidence rather than aggression. Each ship a testament to human ingenuity, courage, and discipline. The Empire had dared. But humans had watched without fear, and the lesson was clear: Terrans could not be underestimated. Commander Kor looked at the stars, reflecting on the journey so far. The first encounter, the testing of resolve, the revealing of secrets, the battle, they had all led to this moment. Humanity had proven that cleverness, preparation, and unity were far stronger than intimidation. The fleet was ready for whatever challenges awaited beyond the stars. Kai and Dr. Marks coordinated quietly, ensuring the fleet was fully operational and ready for future threats. Every system monitored, every ship prepared. Humans had turned fear into opportunity, strategy into survival, and preparation into power. The Empire would remember this encounter for generations, a species that remained calm under threat, that did not panic, that could anticipate, adapt, and survive. Humans had shown that true strength lay not in weapons alone, but in intelligence, courage, and unity. As the Terran fleet moved forward, stars glimmered silently. Witnessing the humans who watched without fear, the galaxy had seen it. And the message was clear: humans were clever, patient, and fearless, capable of facing even the greatest empires without hesitation. Commander Kor smiled faintly. Proud of his crew, we have survived, defended, and proven our worth, but this is only the beginning, he said. Knowing that humanity's journey across the stars was far from over, yet one thing was certain: humans would never cower, never panic, and never be underestimated. And so, the Terran fleet continued into the unknown. Calm, confident, and fearless, the Galactic Empire had dared them, and humanity had watched without fear, showing the galaxy that courage, intelligence, and unity were the greatest weapons of all.